Do you know that moment when you're painting and suddenly think, what's my art style? You've watched 100 watercolor tutorials, made a million Pinterest boards, followed every big art influencer out there, and yet somehow you still feel completely lost. I get it because I've been there too. It's so easy to lose your own direction when you're constantly surrounded by other people's art. And here's the truth no one really talks about. Finding your watercolor style doesn't happen from watching. It happens from doing. You have to practice daily, even if it's just 10 minutes. Pick up your brush and paint something. Anything. The goal isn't perfection, it's observation. Start noticing what comes naturally to you. Do you tend to paint loosely, or do you get lost in tiny details? Or do you love muted tones, or are you drawn to bold, saturated colors? Your tendencies are clues. Lean into them, don't fight them because someone else paints differently. This very thing happened to me at the beginning of my journey, and I found that moment very frustrating. I was feeling stuck and I didn't know how to get out of there. And so I kept painting because that's what really relaxes me. It's my hobby, I love it, and I want to do it every day, right? And so after painting things over and over and having followed so many tutorials, I was kind of painting ahead of those tutorials, and that's when I started observing what I was doing differently and also what was not really for me. I didn't like a certain technique, I didn't enjoy it, I didn't feel like it looked good on my painting. And so what I'm trying to say is that I started observing my quirks. Take a look at your favorite brush strokes. Which one feels the most you? Maybe you love those watery blends that bleed into each other, or maybe your thing is crisp edges and layering. Whatever feels satisfying, that's your artistic fingerprint. You really should build on that. And here's a bonus tip if you're still feeling stuck. Look back at your first paintings. For me, when I did this, I noticed something funny. At the very beginning of my journey, I painted a lot of still life. Things like breakfast tables, mugs, fruit, bowls, cereal. I was drawn by those rich colors. Another consideration is, when I used to edit my photos back in the day, when I wasn't painting yet, I would always crank up the saturation and the contrast in my pictures. Isn't that interesting? That's exactly how I realized what I liked. I want my paintings to feel vibrant, alive, and a little exaggerated. That's my style, and it's been there all along. So if you're feeling lost, don't worry. Your style isn't out there somewhere. It's already inside you. You just need to paint enough to see it clearly. Hopefully this gave you some clarity or at least some comfort that you're not alone in figuring it out. If it did, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.